Well, our next guest says the charts could be pointing to a Bitcoin breakout ahead. Let's go off the charts with Robert Slimer of Fundstrat Global Advisors. Hi, Rob.
Hey, Melissa. Well, price is news in the crypto world, and I think there's some very important levels coming up for Bitcoin literally in the next couple of days. So let's take a look at the long-term picture, because I think we have to start here, because the longer-term trend is still technically up. If we define a trend by a series of higher lows all the way through, even in this range here between Q4 2017 and where we are in 2018, it's still a series of higher lows. So it's fairly important. In fact, these lows right here are going to be very critical that Bitcoin holds those levels. On the other side, this level up here, we'll call it 9,500, is also very critical. So that's the big backdrop. I think that the next key point is if we look at the shorter term picture for Bitcoin, the daily chart on Bitcoin is very instructive. This 15-day moving average, the purple moving average, is a very good proxy for trend. And if we think about what does it take to turn a security or a market or a cryptocurrency around, it first needs to bottom, then it needs to reverse through that uptrend or downtrend, and then it actually needs to turn that trend positive. So we have step one in place. We have a bottoming phase in place. It's starting to go sideways, and it's right at the point where it's challenging its downtrend. It still needs to get through that level. When we look at the RSI indicator, this momentum data at the bottom of the chart, it's pretty oversold. And we've seen similar inflection points off those levels. So the setup is there, but what we need to see is the token actually break out and move through some very key levels. Now let's look at the intraday chart. This is a 4-hour chart going back through April and into May. And we have this big trend channel in place here. And that 15-day moving average served as a pretty good proxy when that trend reverses. And now Bitcoin has come right back to, call it this 7,800 level, and it needs to get through that level to confirm you're actually getting a trend reversal. The two key points on the downside that I think are really important here, this is 73, call it 7350, and that's about 7,000. If Bitcoin can't hold those levels, I think we're seeing that longer-term picture turn negative. But I think this number here is going to hold. I think Bitcoin's going to rally through that 7,800 level. I think the next move is to the upside.